Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome back. Today, I present to you all my advanced 7.1 guide to the Reaper, covering the actions and combos, your strengths and weaknesses, topped off with a juicy round of Seal Rock. The Reaper in patch 7.1 has kept its powerful identity, with added additions around its solo potential and kill securing capabilities. This role has amazing carry potential, while also being extremely fun. Thank you all for the continued support, as we are now inches away from 3,700 subscribers. Enjoy today's video, happy hunting, and I shall see you all in the next one. Let us begin with your basic combo, Slice into Waxing Slice, ending with Infernal Slice, dealing 5,000, 6,000, and 7,000 damage. You won't use this rotation often, as it is mainly used as your downtime filler. Next we have your Harvest Moon, which has become its own action that can hold 2 charges, an AoE ranged attack, dealing a base of 8,000. This damage ramps up to a maximum of 12,000 as targets reach 50% HP. 50% of the damage you deal will convert into healing for yourself, giving the Reaper a new means to finish off targets, self-sustain, and combos in with your other abilities. Next we have your Death Warrant, which has received a game-changing bonus. Once cast upon a target, over the next 8 seconds, any and all damage you deal to that target will be compiled. At the end of this 8-second timer, Death Warrant explodes, dealing 50% of all that compiled damage. If you dealt 60,000 damage in that time frame, Warrant will hit for 30,000. What makes this ability even deadlier than before is you can now manually trigger Death Warrant with Fate Sealed. Death's Warrant's biggest counter was simply running away, guarding up, and healing before the timer was up. Now Harvest Moon allows for extra range damage, and the remote triggering secures you way more kills than the previous version. 8 seconds is a long time, giving the enemy many chances to heal through. This new version allows you to set up smaller burst windows and trigger for quick damage. Next up is your defensive Arcane Crest, which grants yourself an instant 12,000 barrier. Once broken, yourself and allies within range obtain regen, with a cure potency of 6,000. Stacked with guard, you can tank some insane damage, and the Arcane Crest alone is wonderful for baiting out and surviving a Samurai's one-shot. Did you say SP Little Summoner?
No, I said that Little Summoner. You're thinking of Little Ninja, I know it. You get it eventually.
Oh, that was huge. Next we have your movement, Hell's Ingress and Regress. Ingress allows you to dash 15 yards in the direction you are facing, leaving a portal behind in which you can return to with Regress. Ingress will also grant you a 25% bonus movement speed buff, making it a little easier to chase fleeing targets. Here is my macro, which allows you to teleport right onto your target, so long as you are moving during activation. That can also dash you to your focus target. Next is your Grimswath, which combos into the Executioner's Guillotine. Grimswath is one of your main go-to abilities, a conal AoE dealing 4,000, which also applies a 75% heavy to all struck. Guillotine is then your instant follow-up for an additional 8,000 conal attack. Guillotine is now your only action that will grant you 1 stack of a mortal sacrifice, outside of gaining kills and assists. Firing this combo into crowds, with enough team follow-up, earns you the max 8 stacks in no time. These stacks are part of your ability, the Plentiful Harvest, a straight line AoE ability, hitting all caught with a base damage of 8,000. This potency climbs to a maximum of 24,000. The more stacks, the higher the damage, with 8 stacks being your full power. Amazing into crowds. Follow a Dark Knight going in with Salted Earth, or by third-partying big grouped fights, and you almost always come away with a free kill. Last up for your abilities is your Limit Break. Tenebrae Lemorum, still to date, is one of the strongest limit breaks around, which includes a very fast 60-second charge time. This limit break will last for 20 seconds, giving you the time to adjust when needed. Upon activation, all enemies within a 10-yard radius are inflicted with the effect Hysteria. Hysteria forces targets to lose control, force dropping guards should they have one active. You are then granted 5 stacks of Enshrouded, which combos into your new abilities under your limit break, Void Reaping, Cross Reaping, and Lemur's Slice, ending with Communio into Perfectio. Void and Cross Reaping are identical, with both dealing 10,000 single target damage. Lemur's Slice is your 8-yard cone AoE for 6,000, that also applies Bind. You end off with Communio, which you can activate at any moment. This ability has a 25-yard radius with a small cast time, dealing a nice 15,000 to your target, and to all within a 5-yard radius of that target. The execution of Communio is the setup to activate Perfectio, your brand new finisher ability, dealing 10,000 to your target and all within 5 yards of said target. The bonus here is any player who is struck under 25% health is then incapacitated. As of right now, this finisher is not claiming kills, and is instead only granting assists, which in frontline slows down your battle high gain. A rather nice combo that I have been using against those squishier range classes is to start with Death Warrant, Grimswath into Guillotine, followed by the Harvest Moon. Depending on their health and the team pressure, either activate Fate Sealed or a second Harvest Moon before Fate Sealed. I treat this as a mini burst, applying pressure and disruption, forcing out Purifies and Recuperates that sets up plays for allies. Death Warrant, of course, is your main ability to focus around your combos. You can even repeat the previous combo, but before the Harvest Moon, throw out your 8-stack Plentiful Harvest, followed by Harvest Moon, should you have the chance before the enemy can heal. Death Warrant also combos extremely well into your Limit Break. Activate Arcane Crest for the shields, and trigger Tenebrae. Now you can activate Death Warrant for max timing. This also leaves you with a few choices. Go right into Communio followed by Grimswath and Guillotine. Throw out Plentiful Harvest, and if the target is still somehow alive, you have your Death Warrant trigger and Perfectio follow-up. That combo is much easier on mobile targets. Against tanks and melee who have a harder time fleeing, repeat the same steps. Only this time, instead of going right into Communio, you have the time to throw out Void Reaping and Cross Reaping, into Lemore Slice before Communio, into Plentiful Harvest, Grimswath, Guillotine. There is no one correct way to use Burst on the Reaper. Mastering the Reaper comes from understanding how much burst you need to do, based on the target's role, the situation they are in, and the resources they have available. The more you track what abilities your target has used, the easier it becomes to burst down that target. The Reaper has many great qualities. First off, the amount of AoE abilities available to you, allowing you to contribute to every fight, which quickly feeds and powers up your most powerful burst. The new way to trigger Death Warrant is huge, allowing you to set up smaller bursts and securing more kills than before. Combined with your new Harvest Moons, not only can you engage from afar and give chase far easier, this also affects your Warrant effectiveness in claiming kills. Your Limit Break is one of the best in-game. For the Hysteria effect alone, turning off a player's guard is insanely powerful. Your Arcane Crest is not only a life-saving shield, this also helps you and your team in long drawn-out fights thanks to the extra healing. Your Burst Potential and Limit Break make you the perfect class to team up with any other role, making you a valued pick when playing with friends. Your first weakness is your movement, being very linear, dashing you in the direction you are facing. This can be very easy to mess up, and stun effects can prevent you from turning, resulting in a dash into the enemy team. Your next weakness is the Soul Sacrifice system itself, requiring 8 for max power, all of which are lost should you get taken down, meaning Reapers need to play to live more often than other roles, and your Communio at times can be rather difficult to get off. You'll find there are times where your target moves out of range, which is then usually followed by CC coming your way. Your Perfectio right now is also bugged, losing you out on potential kills and extra battle high. You have more interaction with range now, however your ability to give chase is still a struggle to enemies who simply sprint away. Besides a few minor issues, the Reaper is still a solid pick, a pick which I believe will simply keep performing better and better over the next coming months. As the player base understands 7.1 PvP better, alongside nerfs coming to ranged roles, I can highly recommend giving the job a go. Have fun running around and catching players off guard. If you would like to see the Reaper in action, then do not turn away. Next is a round of Seal Rock, earning 11 kills to 1.5 million damage. Thank you all for tuning in, enjoy your day, and I shall see you all in the next one.